Sir Isaac Newton, the true father of calculus, was born on January 4th, 1642 in England. Before he was a mathematician, he began developing an interest in chemistry when he was living with an apothecary named William Clark. He was 12 at the time. Later in 1661, he was admitted to Trinity College in Cambridge, where he began to develop his love for mathematics. It was here that Newton would discover and develop infinitesimal calculus, the first form of modern calculus. Newton's first contribution to calculus was in 1664 when he advanced the binomial theory to include fractional and negative exponents. The next year, Newton created the concept of fluxionary calculus. He used this finding to determine the area under a curve by calculating the rate of change at a specific moment and extrapolating the total area. This finding helped Newton to complete the fundamental theorem of calculus. In 1671, Newton would compile his findings in infinitesimal calculus into a book titled The Method of Fluxions and Infinite Series. He wrote this book to give his discoveries some framework, as they were very limited at the time. However, he would not go on to publish this work for some time, but instead share his findings with fellow mathematicians through letters. The other candidate, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, was born on July 1st, 1646. Unlike Newton, Leibniz found his love for mathematics as an adult when he was encouraged by a fellow mathematician. In 1675, Leibniz began experimenting with calculus after he made a discovery involving tangents. He would compile the results and publish his findings later in 1684. While it is true that Leibniz published his findings much earlier than Newton, Newton had started his research into calculus about a decade before Leibniz even gained an interest in the matter. Newton had also applied his findings before Leibniz when Newton used calculus to solve problems regarding planetary motion. Lastly, if you want to get controversial, some copies of Newton's letters have been found within Leibniz's notes. These letters have been previously circulated among mathematicians starting around 1669. Since Leibniz published his works 15 years after the circulation of Newton's letters, it is very much possible that Leibniz could have copied Newton's works and published it for himself. For these reasons, you should vote Sir Isaac Newton for father of calculus.